This is a story about how I grew my Instagram business account from 0 followers to getting more than 10,000 followers in a span of 6 months, and how you can do it too. But before that, let's recap. So I filmed this video last year and then just dipped.
I want to tell you something. I started my store finally.
If you can't tell by the color of my hair that I was going through shit, that's why I'm a redhead now. Other than that, I made a video about
how to start your small business, how to start your online thrift store,
and then just disappeared. At that time when I was filming that video, I had 3,000 followers on Instagram, and then I reached 10,000 followers. I'm going to be talking about how I did that and how you can do it too. Other than that, the pros and cons of having a small business. Initially when I started my small business, I was like, today seems like a good day to start a small business, but I didn't understand what I was actually putting myself into. And also I've realized when my followers were increasing,
I was like, yeah, I'm famous now.
but then I realized that these are actual real people. More followers means more responsibility. It's true. With great power comes great responsibility. I don't know. So if you're someone who has just started your store or thinking of starting it, this will be a great video for you to know what you're getting yourself into. Also, a lot of people have asked me about how much money do I make out of my small business, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm really rich. And today I'm going to be very honest about how much money I spend on my small business and how much profit I'm making. And I'm going to be very honest about how much money I truly make, so you'll have an idea if it's sustainable and if you're actually going to make any money at all out of your small business. Now that I've rambled for 10 minutes straight, let's just jump into the video. How to get followers. But before that, let's ask ourselves, why would anybody want to follow us? The best way to answer this question is to go on your Instagram and see the content creators that you're already following, and then figure out why are you following them. What is it about them that made you want to follow them in the first place? For instance, I follow Doobie-Doobab. Now, for those of you who don't know who Doobie-Doobab is a cooking channel. Now, what the hell do I have to do with cooking? I have a thrift store, right, on Instagram, and I have a fashion account. So, what do I have to do with cooking? Do I want to know about recipes? No. Do I want to learn how to cook? Well, I should, considering the fact that I'm so bad at it, but that being said, that's not my priority, so why am I watching it? That's because I really like the way she films her videos and the way she edits it. Whenever I'm scrolling through my Instagram or watching a movie or seeing a music video, I always figure out, why did this intro or this music video or this particular scene slap so hard, and then try to incorporate that into my own work. Now, I'm not suggesting just blatantly go out and copy someone else. That's not what I mean. What I'm trying to say is, whenever I see a movie or a music video or any content from any of my favorite content creators, either on Instagram or YouTube, I try to recreate that into my own way. What I'm trying to say is, if I'll see an edit that I really like, and I'll try to figure out how they did it, and I'll try to create my own version of it and focus more on my editing if that's what I like about other people's videos. So take inspiration from movies, music videos, content creators. There are so many platforms like YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram you can take inspirations from. So try to keep your content in line with content creators that you think are good, and that's how you'll create quality content. Now, that being said, now you know what you want to create, what you want to post, and what you want your content to look like. The second thing is, what exactly worked out for me. Now, I'm not a social media expert, so take it with a grain of salt. These are all the things that has worked out for me. The number one thing that has worked out for me is being consistent. Now, I know how this sounds. Literally every other video that you will watch by content creators, people asking them, hey, how did you grow your account? How did you get so many followers? And they'll be like, yeah, being consistent really helped. And I was like, there's no way in hell that you were just consistent and it actually helped. But it turns out it's actually true. There was a point where I was posting every single day. Now, when I say Instagram is a Instagram algorithm isn't like, it's because you have to literally post so often. It's not like you can just post once a week and just be like great. No, but if you want good reach, you have to post consistently. Now, being consistent is very difficult, especially when you're putting in a lot of work and you're not seeing returns for a real long time, and especially when you're going through a phase of things are just failing miserably, even if you're making the best content out there. I think this is where you need to have patience and you need to hold space for yourself to just fail miserably. And it's not your fault. I know people say, oh, if you post good content, there's no way in hell you won't have reach, but that's not true. It takes a lot of time. You need a lot of patience and persistence to do this, to do social media in general. There was a point where I was just not growing despite putting content every single day, but then suddenly I had a breakthrough and my followers started increasing just like that. Now that being said, that's an example of you need to have a lot of patience to be in this business or to do this. That being said, now I'll tell you what was my posting schedule. Initially, I used to post every day, so 6 to 7 reels in a week and 4 to 5 in feed posts, and that did help me immensely with my reach. But if that's too much to start with, I completely get it. I used to also follow this pattern when I used to upload 3 to 4 reels per week and 4 to 5 in feed post, and it did help me with my reach as well. You can either choose to post every single day, but if that's a lot, then you can also post 3 to 4 days in a week. But posting consistently every alternate day or every single day is something Instagram algorithm favors to, so make sure you're posting consistently. Here are some of the things that you're not supposed to do. The first and the most important thing that you're not supposed to do is to ask other accounts to just be like, hey, please follow me, I follow you, so please do that. Or spam comment on other people's comment section and be like, hey, follow me. Because one, you're not gonna grow using this shortcut, and even if you do, it's not gonna happen for a really long time. There's no sustainability in that. Even if people end up following you, but there'll be no engagement, and engagement is truly important on any social media platform, because people will just follow you for the sake of following because you ask them to. They don't really like your content, so they're not gonna comment, they're not gonna save, so it's a waste of time. But when you're recording reels, or when you're recording any content for that matter, make sure that you're not just doing it for the sake of doing it, for the sake of getting views, or for the sake of reaching a certain number of followers or views, because it shows. It really does. I feel everyone on social media, whoever makes content, makes it so that they can get a bit of external validation. So that's given. There's nothing wrong with wanting followers and views. But that being said, don't do it solely because you want to get followers and views, because when you do that, people can easily tell. So you want to make content that you yourself would watch and is giving some sort of value to the other person. So let's talk about pros and cons of having a small business. First, I'll start with cons. Initially, when I started my business, it was really small, so I was also working a job apart from having my small business. It was kind of like a side thing, and since I was just starting out, I used to price my items at a really lower price range, for example from 300 to 400. So my income wasn't that great at that time, because I was trying to price my items at really low price range to just put my step in and to just get established. And also it was a bit hectic because the income coming from this was so low that I also had to work a job, a full-time job. So at that time I was a photography intern, and I used to work full-time, and I used to only get time on Saturdays and Sundays to create content, to click product shots, to ship, and to do everything related to my small business. After a while it got a bit isolating because you literally do everything on your own. Anyone who has a small business, a single person does everything, so it can get a bit isolating. Keep in mind that initially the income will be really unstable and it will be really low. But that being said, there are a lot of pros with your small business as well. For example, you can increase your income with time, and also you don't get paid monthly. I'm comparing this to a corporate job. In corporate job, you have to wait till the month end to get your salary, but at least that's how it works in India. For my international audience, literally 2 people watching this video, so what the fuck is she talking about? But if you have a small business, you get to set your own work schedule, and you can decide how many hours you want to work, and also you receive money on per day, per week basis, because you're the one who's selling stuff. People are paying directly to you, and it has helped me a lot with my finances. It has also helped me to become financially independent and to take care of money in a better way, and to manage money in a better way. And also, God forbid, if someday you end up losing your main job, you'll always have something on the side, and you'll always have a source of income. Now that I'm talking about income, a few of you wanted to know how much money I make, and I'm going to make this quick because it's really weird to talk about how much money I'm earning. It feels a bit like I'm bragging. I'm really not, but know that initially I was making no money at all. I was earning around 2,000 to 3,000 in a month, but now my income has gone up to 38 to 40,000. What I mean by that is, initially when I was working a full-time job, I only had weekends in my hand to do drops, right? So I would do 1 drop in a week max, or 2 2 drops in a week. I couldn't give a lot of time to my small business, hence I couldn't do more drops, and that's why my income was very restricted. And also because I was in my initial phase, nobody was buying things from me, so my sales weren't as good as it is now. And also because now I don't work full time, I am a freelancer, so I get a lot of time towards my small business. I have a lot of time in my hand to work on my small business, and my price range is also not very low. I price my items at what it's worth, which is a bit more than how I used to price my items before, and I'm doing 3 to 4 drops in a week. That being said, I hope this video was insightful, and if you like watching my video, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching my video. Bye. I don't know how to do outros, man. Okay, bye.